I was wrong. I was wrong. L.A. Marzulli and Scotty Clarke and the rest of the September 23rd Revelation 12 crowd are right. I was wrong. They're right. And I'm a big enough man to admit it. They were right. They are right. Their world is ending. And September 23, Revelation 12 sign is in fact the beginning of the end for them. There's no doubt about it. They're right. I was wrong. Let me show you exactly what I mean. And it was this story put up by Coast to Coast AM that kind of allowed the clouds to break and allowed me to begin to see that L.A. Marzulli and Scotty Clarke are right and that their world is ending and that they are acting exactly the way they should. They're acting exactly the way that's predictable, and they're doing exactly what they should do because their world truly is ending. This is a story from Coast to Coast AM. It says an exorcist says the end is near. And of course, we have the great mushroom cloud and a big city. And there's an exorcist in Italy, obviously Roman Catholic exorcist. And he's raising eyebrows. And he's raising eyebrows because he is saying that the end is near. Now, what else would you expect an exorcist to say, really, other than the end is near? A Catholic exorcist anyway. But he's a frequent speaker, says Coast to Coast, on the nature of evil and the devil. And Don Antonio Matelli, which sounds a lot like Marzulli, recently responded to inquiries about an earthquake which rocked his home country of Italy, as well as the powerful hurricanes which hit the United States. And in an interview with an Italian radio program, the exorcist did not mince words, saying that all natural disasters such as hurricanes and earthquakes demonstrate that the end of the world is coming. And of course, as Coast to Coast correctly points out, we've always had such events take place, but this guy says, oh no, the power and persistence of these are an indication that the proverbial end is near. Fortunately, he assured, it won't be the end of the world in general, but the end of this world, yes. And it will be the end of this world, their world, in totality. And of course, he put up little Kim to us to be very afraid of. Behind Kim Jong-un is surely Satan. In North Korea, all forbidden religion, and there's only idolatry of the leader. Well, you know what? Maybe North Korea is more advanced than we are in forbidding religion. But he said he's going to try to do a remote exorcism. And let me tell you what a remote exorcism would accomplish. If he was able to do a remote exorcism of Kim Jong-un and get demons out of Kim Jong-un that Kim Jong-un did not want out of him, here's what would happen. The demons would leave, and within about 7 seconds, there would be at least 7, maybe 70, maybe 70 times 7, the Greek is unclear, more demons come back into Kim Jong-un. So this guy is trying to do exactly what he wants to do and help facilitate Kim Jong-un to bring about an end that they want to bring about because it's the only way to keep their world going. Jeff, what are you talking about? Well, this guy will not be able to remotely exorcise Kim Jong-un, and if he could, it'd only be worse. Now, I love the understatement of Coast to Coast. Seems like a rather elaborate and challenging endeavor. But if we suddenly see a change in attitude from the North Korean leader, perhaps we'll know why. Well, my whole idea is when I first saw this, of course, an exorcist says the end is near because they're trying to stoke up the fear. They're trying to stoke up the worry. They're trying to stoke up the dread. They're trying to make you believe that things are so bad and so scary that you better run back to the Roman church as your only place of safety. And they're right. If you believe in Jesus and if you believe in Roman Catholicism or Roman Christianity, you should run back to home to Rome. You should. But if you want to follow the teachings of the Christ, then you don't want anything to do with Rome. And then I said that I believe that Scott Clarke and L.A. Marzulli are correct. that their world really is ending. And this is the real truth of this thing. They are receiving messages from a being that they think is God. And this God is telling them the world is ending, and we've got to act now to get as many people in as we can, even if we don't know if it's completely true, even if we don't know it's completely right. We've got to act and do all we can do to get all these people in. Now, I'm doing my best to try to have the best point of view from Marzulli and Clarke. So instead of thinking they're actually agents of Jesuit deception, I prefer to think they're just completely, totally deluded by this false God. So this God is saying to them, listen, the end is coming. And trust me, folks, the end is coming. The end of Yahweh's reign of terror is coming to an end. The end of Jehovah's reign of terror is coming to an end. The end of Marduk's reign of terror is coming to an end. The end of the rat bastard's reign of terror is coming to the end, because we are in the rat bastard killing business, cousin. And cousin's business is a booming. Maybe not the rat bastard killing, but the rat bastard defeating business. And business is a booming. It just came to me, woke me up out of a sleep. They're right. Their world is coming to an end. And they have the right to be scared. They have a right to be frightened, because their world, the world as they know it, it's the end of their world as they know it. And I feel fine. It's the end of their world as they know it. And I feel fine, because their world is coming to an end. Their world is coming to an end. September 23, Revelation 12 sign is the beginning of the end for L.A. Marzulli, Scotty Clarke, Jenkins, LaHaye, all of the eschatology evangelists, evangelical Christians, Roman Christianity, Roman Protestantism. It's all coming to an end. It's coming crashing down. And this September 23, Revelation 12 will be the beginning. The foolishness, the failure, the stupidity of this will be the act that makes people say, oh, you know what? I'm sick and tired of these people. And on September 24th, Roman Catholicism and Roman Protestantism begins to crumble. And I'll be there with my jackhammer, hammering away the foundation, doing everything I can to hasten the process. This September, they're right. I was wrong. September 23, Revelation 12 sign is huge. It is big. It is the first great act. And it's the first crack, the first huge fissure in the foundation of Roman Protestantism, Roman Catholicism. It's the first great fissure in the foundation of Roman Christianity. September 24th, it starts to crumble. And we're there to encourage the crumbling. And oddly enough, the proof of this is in the very scripture that they're touting. Isn't that interesting? The proof of this is in the very scripture that they're touting. Because they're all about Revelation 12, right? And of course, they're about the first part of Revelation 12. And this is classic. It is so classic that this is the beginning of the end for Christianity, because it just is so emblematic of how they deal with things and how they work. A great wonder appears in heaven. They say it's appearing for the first time in 7,000 years, the only time. No, it's not. It's happened at least 6 times in the last 1,000 years. Aspects of it happen every month. Aspects of it happen every year. It's a rather mundane alignment. Nothing new, nothing special. The woman is clothed with the sun every single September. The moon under her feet. The moon's not even under her feet. If you look, the moon's off to the side of her feet. But that happens all the time as well. On her head are, thank you, Robert Brown. On her head is a crown of 12 stars. There's not 12 stars on her head. There's probably 1,200 stars. But they're not worried about that. But they're talking about this being the rapture. They're talking about this being the beginning of the tribulation. And it is. It's the beginning of the tribulation on Roman Christianity. And look at this. This has already happened, but this is why they're doing what they're doing. War in heaven, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. The dragon is the Lord, Yahweh, the rat bastard. And the dragon was cast out. Yahweh was cast out. Jehovah was cast out. the rat bastard was cast out down to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So the God of L.A. Marzulli and the God of Scott Clarke and all of his servants were cast out of the heavenly realm. They're no longer allowed in the realm of the Elohim. Thank you, Robert Brown. And a loud voice was saying, now has come salvation, strength, and the kingdom of our God, the kingdom of the Christ, the power of the Christ. Because the accuser of the brethren, that first murderer, that first liar, that one that was against us both day and night, is cast down. They throw a little dung in there to mess with us, but then we say, rejoice. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth, of the sea, the ones that aren't smart enough to outfox him, because this devil, that's why I call the rat bastard the devil. That's why I call Yahweh the devil. That's why I call the Lord the devil, because the Christ does. He's come down to you, and he knows he has great wrath because he knows he has but a short time. So when did this event occur? Well, we know it occurred, it probably occurred 10,000 years ago. And at that time, he had a short time left, and it's been 6,000 to 10,000 years, probably 6,000 or so. So if it was a short time then he really believes he's got a short time now. So what he's really doing is trying to get his boys, L.A. and Scotty, working for him. Are you saying that L.A. Marzulli and Scotty Clarke are working for the devil? I am. They're working for the Lord, Yahweh, Marduk, rat bastard, who is the devil, according to the Christ. And I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they don't know it. But he is working them and pulling their strings. And they have great wrath and great worry and great lies and great foolishness and doctrine. They don't do their homework. They don't look at the real truth. They don't look at the astronomy. They don't look at the real text because they have great wrath. They're worried. They're scared because they know they've only got a short time. See, this thing that, it's the end times. It's almost over. You got to get ready. They're right for them. Their spiritual economy is about to go bye-bye. The old Christian, Abrahamic religious paradigm is about to crumble. It's about to be destroyed. It really is the end of their world as they know it. It's over, and it starts with the 23rd of September. On the 24th, another great failure for these fools, and people are going to have had enough because this time it's 2017. The internet's ubiquitous. We all look at it. We all understand it. We're all going to be able to hear this crazy ex-Pentecostal evangelist pointing out their failures until people are sick of hearing it anymore. This time they've gone too far because this time the world is going to see the foolishness that underpins this whole matrix of fear and guilt of Christian religion, and it's coming down, cousin. This really is the end of their world as they know it. And we feel fine because as Christianity crumbles, spirituality will explode. Their tribulation, yes, the next 7 years are going to see the decline of Christianity as never before. You will see fewer and fewer people going to churches. You will see more and more people leaving churches. You'll probably see the tax-exempt status of churches go away. It'll be at least greatly curtailed. You're going to see a lot of persecution, so-called, on Christians, a lot of having to live in the real world like regular people. To them, that's persecution because they think they've got this privileged place, so we shouldn't have to pay taxes. Well, yeah, you should. So it is going to be 7 years of tribulation on Christianity. It will be 7 years of tribulation on the Roman Church in both her Roman Catholic and her Roman Protestant manifestations. So they are right. It is the end of their world as they know it. I was wrong. Marzulli and Clarke are right. They are facing the end of their world. And I couldn't be any more happy. Their God, who is the devil, according to the Christ, is really upset because he knows he's about out of time. That's why it's so frantic. That's why it's so foolish. That's why when they've had 1844, 1914, 1974, 1988, 2011, 2015. Oh, isn't that interesting? And now 2017 will be the 7th false prophecy of the end of the world in modern times. Isn't that interesting? September 23rd, Revelation 12 is going to be the 7th false prophecy. The completion of false prophecy about the false return of the false, fallen, failed, probably even flatulent Lord, Jehovah, Yahweh, rat bastard. Congratulations, L.A. Marzulli. Congratulations, Scotty Clarke. You are part of the final failed foolishness of Roman Christianity. Yes, your world is ending. You were right. I was wrong. Your world is ending. And I can't wait till September 24th. I cannot wait till September 24th. I can't wait to play that clip of Marzulli saying, I'm not saying the rapture's coming on September 23, but all the signs sure point to it. Can't wait to run the clip of Clarke saying, well, it's in the text and it's in the astronomy. Can't wait. Thank you, Sarah. Can't wait. September 24th, it all starts to crash down. We are standing at the very precipice of the end of the Roman Church in both its Roman Catholicism and its Roman Catholic and Roman Protestant manifestations. Let's look at it one more time, just so we can see that this is a solid scriptural foundation. And how ironic, right below what they want to conveniently stop talking about, they just want to talk about this up here, which isn't even really what they say it is. But then they forget that right down here, their God was cast out of the heavens. Their God is worried because he has such a short time and he's got great wrath. Let me look at that word wrath real quickly. And it's interesting that it's Revelation 12:12. 3 and 3 is 6. And it comes up to another 12. So it's almost like 666. 12:12, because Revelation 12 and 12 equals 12, which is 3, 3, 3. Anyway. Because he has great wrath. What does he have? Well, it's not really wrath, it's fury. And what is fury? Fury is an outburst of passion. Getting heated up. Do you see Marzulli and Clarke getting heated up? Do you see outbursts of passion from all these eschatological idiots? Do you see them rushing along? Do you see them getting heated up? Do you see them breathing violently? Do you see passion-driven behavior? Do you see actions emerging out of strong impulses? We could almost say that they're possessed by their God, because L.A. Marzulli should know better. Scott, I don't know what kind of a scholar he is. He seems like a guy that's being taken for a ride and enjoying the trip. He's enjoying the acclaim. He's enjoying being the keynote speaker. I'm not sure how much depth he has. I'd love him to debate me so I could find out, but he won't. Are they possessed even? Possibly. But you can see it's not just wrath. It's exactly what we're seeing. Outburst of passion, outburst of, they're going crazy, passion-driven behavior, expressed passion. So that's what is prophesied, and that's exactly what we're seeing from these guys, because they know they have a short time. What's short mean? Come on, work with me, Bible Hub. A small, brief, few, soon. They got a little bitty, small, short, little bitty bit of time left to exist as a relevant entity in this world. The end of the reign of Yahweh's terror is at hand. You know, Wayne Steiger and I talked about this on Sunday. It's the end of the age of the Lord. We're going to stop worshiping him. That's going to weaken him. and he's going to die, or at least be reduced to irrelevance. It's over. The age, the 2,000-year reign of Roman religion is over. The reign of Roman Catholicism is over. The reign of Roman Protestantism is over. Sophia is risen. The true spirituality of male and female divinity is shining down upon us. And September 24 starts the fall of masculine-dominated, out of balance, feminine, oppressing Roman Christianity. It's the end of their world as they know it, and we feel fine. I'm the Christian whistleblower, Jeffrey Daugherty. This is the gospel truth about September 23, Revelation 12. Marzulli and Clarke were right. I was wrong. The end is near. Their end is here. Come September 24, they start crumbling, and I start doing I put on the hard hat. I break out the jackhammer, and boom, we go to work on their crumbling foundation. Oh, Jeff, you really want to kick a man when he's down? Can you think of a better time to kick a man than when he's down? He's right there by your feet. All you got to do is kick. They're crumbling, and I'm going after them as never before because we are going to win. It's the end for Yahweh. It's the end for the Lord. It's the end for Jehovah. It's the end for the rat bastard, and it's our time to rise and shine. It's the end of their world as they know it, and we should just feel absolutely fantastically fine. Shay Smith was first as I go to the chat room. I've had horrible trouble with my power. It's been in and out because, the hurricane thing, they're getting it right. It should be good moving forward. So I apologize for the appointments. We're going to go forth with them, from now on, and it should be okay. And I should be able to get some, more in front of you more because our power should be solved. Rudy, I heard someone speaking in tongues on the same video I was watching. And the first thing I thought is it sounds straight like mumbo jumbo. Yeah, you got it right. The Vatican I hope that, Rudy, I don't even want to say that at all. I think it can be hit with a tactical nuke of spiritual power, but I don't want it to get hit with a tactical nuke. I've realized something of late. I used to watch a lot of videos about people prophesying, talking about visions from God and how Yahweh is going to save them. Yep, it's not going to happen. They're getting their visions and prophecies from the Prince of Lies himself, from Lucifer. Yes, they are. Robert Brown, thank you for that gift. The Vatican is going down starting in 2017. The rulers of this earth have been playing both sides, and now it's time for them to be called. Absolutely. Jeff, don't sleep. That's right. I sleep only about 5 hours a day. Good morning, Ashley from the Stars. She's got her own channel. Check her out. Can someone tell me how to donate here? Just hit the there's a $sign down there and it says super chat. Just hit that. There you go. Thanks, Ashley. Like the Seventh-day Adventist, yeah. Somebody in South Africa doesn't like what they hear. Albert Pike was a 33rd degree Mason who said that Christianity, Islam would be destroyed. Oh, I didn't read that. That's powerful. Rudy, he spoke of enlightenment, but talking about Luciferianism. But okay, Sarah, thank you. Interesting stuff. I'm glad I bought a new sword, Rocky. Oh, that's hilarious. School bus time. Have a good day, Gary. All right. Can I be a mod? There you go, for what it's worth. All right. Should I buy extra water, brother? Oh, my. I bought some water during the hurricane, so I got a few sitting around here. But it is the end of their world as they know it. And, of course, I feel fine. So I was wrong about it. That is the end of their world. They're acting exactly as they should act. They're acting exactly as their God would have them to act. Whether they're possessed or not, that's only they know, but their world is over. They're fighting a losing battle, and we've been down too long. And we're coming up again. Sophia rising, the masculine, the feminines together. It's shining down on us. It's our time to shine. They're going through tribulation. We're going through jubilation. And you're going to see the fall of Christianity and the rise of true spirituality. So the more we hear the church squeal, the better we ought to feel. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. This has been the gospel truth about what's really going on. And September 24th, say hello to a brand new world. And as, who was it? I forget his name, but I remember him saying, on September 24th, say hello to my little friend. That's for you guys. Because September 24th, it's on like Donkey Kong. They go down, we rise up. No original sin, spark of divinity within. Love yourself, love your neighbors. Let's be excellent to each other. Start making the change we want to see. And stay fearless, my friends.